We didn't test with this. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's that sound? Are the levels looking good here? A little hot. All right. Put that down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Up. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are here. Sheldon and Grant. Second round of the OSSA State Playoffs. Menor heads to the Childs Center in Portland, Oregon. Should be lower. Okay. Greg, I'm. Never mind. How's that look? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Cool.
No, we're good. Yes.
live in Carolyn Rayborn Gymnasium as the second round of the OSSA state playoffs. I'm Chris Clayton here with Mark Grandy, the Sheldon girls, number 6 in the state of Oregon, the number 6 seed hosting the number 11 Grant Generals. This is going to be a showdown. The Generals are undefeated in Portland Interscholastic League conference play. The last 2 years, the PIL champs back-to-back, is a team that's sure to give Sheldon some fits. The Irish struggled a little bit with number 27 seed Glencoe last round, so Glant looking to take advantage and head to the quarterfinals and play in the Childs Center for the first time since 1989. Meanwhile, for the Irish, they're looking to get back into the quarterfinals in the final 8 in the OSSA state playoffs bracket for the second consecutive year. They made the state semifinal last year and were knocked out by St. Mary's. But this is going to be an interesting game. The storylines are usually the same with Sheldon. If you're Grant, you got to avoid turnovers. And the backcourt is going to be really important in this game. Grant plays 2 freshmen as starters in the backcourt with Marin Leonard and Monka Hickok. Now, they're both really talented players, but if the Generals can avoid turnovers and then get the PIL Player of the Year in Karika Rashid going down low, it could give the Irish some fits.
Yeah, not only are they going to have to continue to not turn over the ball against the Sheldon press, which is certainly easier said than done, but they're also going to have to stop Autumn Baumgartner on the defensive end, because once she gets going, she's insanely difficult to stop and one of the best scorers in the state of Oregon.
She really is, and she's also one of the best defenders. She averages 4.5 steals per game. She's coming off a 26-point game back on Tuesday. Grant, like I said, haven't been in the state quarterfinals since 1989. They're under first-year head coach Kendra Gardner, but Sheldon looking to make this another team knocked off on their way to a deep run in the OSSA state playoffs. Let's listen in to the national anthem before we break down this matchup a little bit more and give you some starting lineups. We're now under a minute away. Once again, the winner goes to the quarterfinals. Starting lineups for Grant, couple of freshmen in the backcourt and a sophomore. Marin Leonard is one of the freshmen. She's honorable mention all-conference. Monka Hickok, a really talented freshman. She was first-team all-conference this year. Paige Strickland, just a sophomore. She's another starting guard. And the fourth guard is Anna Hecker, the senior, who is also honorable mention all-conference. The lone post, at least on paper for Grant, is Karika Rashid. She is really tough to handle down low, the conference player of the year. You know this Grant team has got a bright future regardless of what happens tonight. Sheldon, they've really struggled with posts all season long, so it's going to be really interesting to see how they handle Rashid. I mean, she is one of the best they've faced all year, but even just decent posts throughout the year have given the Irish some trouble down low.
Yeah, they really have struggled against posts, like you said. The post for the Irish is Hope Green-Brooks, and while she's not one of the tallest players, she is pretty skilled down low. She also jump or head outside to the perimeter and hit some shots down low, so she's not your prototypical post player, and I think that's something that Grant is really going to take advantage of. And it's something that we saw in the first round matchup as well against Glencoe. Glencoe had a lot more size than this Irish team did, and they were able to score down low once they got going. and they kept it close because of their scoring down low, and also they hit a couple three-pointers as well. But I think if this Grant team wants to escape with a victory, they're going to have to dominate the post.
We'll see who wins this one tonight. It's going to be a big part of it, but also the turnovers, like we talked about earlier, are going to be key for the Generals. They had 8 turnovers, or rather 12 turnovers in their last matchup against Forest Grove back on Tuesday, a game they won 57-3, and a game that they had 8 3-pointers in. Winner of this game here takes on either Tigard or Central Catholic in the quarterfinals on Wednesday at 6:30. So that is going to be a really, really tight matchup there between Tigard and Central Catholic. It's two pretty evenly matched teams despite the 3 and 14 seed differential. But tonight these teams are focused on this matchup here in Carolyn Rayborn Gymnasium. Starter for Sheldon tonight, Alyssa Barkley, Sophie Morosky, Lauren Miller, Autumn Baumgartner, and Hope Greenbrook. So the usual starters for the Sheldon Irish. Carolyn Rayborn Gymnasium is pretty packed here tonight. I think it's the most packed I've seen it all season long for a girls basketball game. And it's definitely an advantage for Sheldon. They're going to need it against this Grant team that is a little inexperienced but extremely talented. And they also don't even have last season's conference player of the year. She is another post that would have been giving Sheldon even more fits, but she broke her foot back on January 14th. So they've been without her since then, and they've still been able to win every PIL league game by at least 11 points. Chris Clayton and Mark Randy with you here on KWVA Eugene, 88.1 FM, the Friday Night Spotlight, and also SheldonAthletics.com. We're ready to tip things off. Hope Green-Brooks out at midcourt for the tip, along with Karika Rashid, a couple of juniors. Both first-team all-conference selections, and Green-Brooks will win the tip. Tips it back to Baumgartner, and here we go. Baumgartner dribbles right, goes behind the back. She's being checked closely by Marin Leonard. Now Morosky with it up top. Kick to the left corner to Lauren Miller. Miller up top to Baumgartner. Baumgartner gets inside the free throw line, puts up a floater, and she can't get it to go. A little short, and it's rebounded by Hecker. Hecker fires it up the floor to Leonard, now in the right corner. Down to Strickland. Now back to Hecker. Down low, here's Rashid. A little jump shot from about 9 feet. Offensive rebound by Hickok. She puts it up, no good, but she's fouled.
Good interior passing that time by Grant. They got it down low quickly to, I believe that was Rashid down low. She couldn't put in that little short jumper, but nice offensive rebound by Hickok, and she went up strong with that one, almost got it to fall with the foul as well.
7:25 left, 35 seconds in, and Grant takes the lead as Hickok, the freshman who scored 10 points on Tuesday against Forest Grove, knocks down the first free throw. What a future this Generals team has. A couple of juniors in the low post will be back next year. And 3 players from the backcourt that'll be back, a sophomore and a couple of freshmen. Missed free throw, offensive rebound. Rashid is off. And an offensive rebound attempt. It results in a foul on the Generals over the back.
1 possession for the Generals, 2 offensive rebounds, almost a third for that offensive foul or that foul call on the rebound. And there's certainly the Sheldon team's going to have to continue, or they're going to have to box out better the rest of this going.
Here's the inbound on the sideline. Barkley gets in, and she's actually knocked out of bounds by Hecker, or so it looked like from here, but it's a turnover as out of bounds is the call from the official, John Robinson. So it's a turnover for Sheldon. It'll be Grant basketball. Hecker gets the ball inbounds to Leonard. And now it's Hecker with it up top again. Now here's Hickok. Fires in the left corner. Open 3 for Hecker. It's a travel called against Hickok. A double dribble is actually the call, but certainly a turnover and a violation there on Grant. 1-0, 50 seconds in. Baumgartner against the Grant press is fouled. It's a reach in.
You see the strategy of this Grant team. They sent 2, and the third one was coming over to Baumgartner right when she got the ball inbound. She was kind of in that dangerous area in that back right corner. They almost had her trapped there, but she was able to split the defense.
It's an aggressive Generals press. 4 players on the right half of half court as Sheldon moves to the left. Baumgartner down low on the free throw line, throws to Morosky. Morosky missed the layup, tries to get her own rebound. And Hickok collects it. She goes up to Leonard. Leonard pushing it down the floor. Back to Hickok, swinging around the perimeter. Leonard in the left corner. Now back out. And it's a drive. Now here's down low. Hickok is fouled. It's actually, no, it's a jump ball called, as she was tied up by a couple of Sheldon defenders.
Quick hands down low from the Sheldon defense. They're going to keep that up on this defensive side because Grant is going to get all they want down low.
Hickok up top to Leonard. They swing it around to Hecker on the left wing. She'll look down low to Rashid. Rashid spins in the baseline, attacks the rim, goes glass, and it scores. Nice move there by Rashid, and she's on the board. 3-0 Grant. Baumgartner working on Leonard and 3 other Grant defenders here in the full court press. It's a steal as Baumgartner dribbles right into Strickland. Strickland goes the other way, missed the layup. Leonard offensive rebound and put back. 5-0. Grant dominant early on. Green Brooks can't collect a deep pass from Miller. It's another turnover. Morosky steals it back. She stole it right away from Strickland. Now Miller to Morosky. Right corner, it's Barkley. Barkley back to Morosky, working on the right block. Spinning left to Green Brooks. Little 9-footer is long, and Rashid pulls down the board. She'll go to Leonard, spinning up the floor, launches it down the court. Miller picks off a lazy pass. And another near turnover as Miller throws it into a crowd. Green Brooks is fouled.
Wow, number of turnovers already. This one, Sheldon's committed 3, and Grant's committed 2 the other way.
That number is 5 to be exact.
5 total, and we're just over 2 minutes into the game. So both these teams are going to have to continue, or they're going to have to take care of the ball a little bit better. They're throwing cross-court passes consistently, and they'll continue to get picked off.
Here's the inbound from Miller. 5:48 left. Green Brooks on the right wing, back to Miller in the corner. Corner launches to Barkley at the free throw line, goes off her head. Baumgartner controls it. She's being guarded closely by Strickland. Really athletic defender. Baumgartner dribbling left. A reach-in foul on Strickland.
You can already tell that this Grant team isn't afraid of being aggressive on the perimeter against Baumgartner. They've already committed 4 fouls here in this one, so they're going to continue to play aggressive. And while it may hurt them in the long run, maybe they get a couple players in foul trouble. Certainly benefiting them right now as Sheldon hasn't gotten a bucket yet.
Well, Rashid's already got 2. In for her is Alexis Richmond. Here's Baumgartner on the left wing. Driving baseline. Pulls up with a floater. A little short. And it's a rebound for Hickok. 5-0 Grant. 5:28 left here in the first quarter. Marin Leonard to the right corner. It's a 3 for Strickland. An air ball. Hickok gets the rebound. Throws it out. And Leonard's got it now. Into the corner. Richmond. A wide open 3. A little short. And Hecker almost got the rebound. Baumgartner stole it away. She looks down the floor to Barkley. Barkley throws it back to Miller. Wide open 3, left wing. That's in and out, no good. Richmond has the rebound for the Generals. Again, Grant undefeated in conference play. Here's a steal. Morosky the other way, scores. Nice defense from Baumgartner. Morosky picked up the loose ball, and it's 5-2 now. 5:48 left. Hecker at half court, loses control. Richmond controls it for the Generals. She's triple teamed, gets it off to Leonard, and now it's lobbed down outside the block to Hecker. Nearly has it knocked away. She does. It's a loose ball, and now a foul called on Miller. You're getting these sloppy games in the playoffs compared to the regular season games. I think, honestly, it's the officials. There's 3 officials throughout conference play. In the Metro League and the Southwest Conference, the games are a little cleaner. Now in the OSSA A-State playoffs, only 2 officials, and the games have been a lot more physical and sloppy.
They really have, and I think that's also the nature of this playoff basketball, and teams are going to be a lot more aggressive than usual as well.
Strickland with a 3 from the right corner out of the inbound. It's an air ball. Green Brooks takes the rebound. Baseball pass down the floor to Rainin. She attacks the rim. Rejected by Hickok. Sheldon will keep it. Man, Hickok is just a freshman. Incredibly impressive player. Dominant right now on the defensive end especially. 4:23 left in the first quarter. Baumgartner's inbound is a low bounce pass, and Green Brooks couldn't corral it. That'll go out of bounds onto the sideline. It's turnover number 4 on Sheldon.
And that's 2 turnovers on inbounds passes. One of them came on the Grant press when I can't remember who threw it in. They threw it over everyone's head. It almost went out of bounds, and then that one just went beneath Hope Green Brooks' legs, it looked like.
Leonard takes the inbound, working on the Sheldon press. She'll throw it to Richmond across the floor. Richmond works it across the timeline. Close defense from Rainin. Rainin knocks it away. Miller's got a steal. She's attacking the rim. Layup with the right hand, off the glass and through. And it's 5-4 now. 4 unanswered for Sheldon. 4:03 left in the first. Hecker at half court, throws it to Hickok. Hickok now onto the right wing to the other freshman, Marin Leonard. 2-3 zone look for Sheldon. Now it's Richmond on the left wing with it. Timeout taken by Coach Gardner for Grant. Wow, the action there in the first 4 minutes of this game, unbelievable. 3:45 left to be exact in the first quarter. Both teams sloppy, turning the ball over, but Sheldon turning over Granting and turning it into some layups.
Yeah, they have 4 points in this game. Both of them came on layups after steals. So this Sheldon offense doesn't quite have much going in the half-court set, and this Grant defense is doing a good job shutting down Bumgarner and playing extremely aggressive defense.
Want the latest information on your favorite high school teams? You can log on to OSSA.org. The OSSA score schedules and official rankings for all member schools and all team sports at OSSA.org. You can also find playoff brackets, broadcast schedules, and historical records. For more information, you can visit OSSA.org. 5-4, Grant with the lead coming out of the first timeout of this second round OSSA state playoff matchup. Richmond with it on the left wing. Down into Hecker in the left corner. Hecker now dribbling right, goes into a crowd, throws up a tough shot through contact, can't get it to go. It's an air ball. Out of bounds, and it'll be Irish basketball the other way.
And no press for Grant here on this possession.
Yeah, they'll back it off and wait as the freshman off the bench for Sheldon, Fallon Hansen, walks it up the floor. Rainin, Winkler, Baumgartner, and Morosky the lineup for Sheldon. Same lineup before the timeout for Grant. Hansen driving from the right wing to Morosky. Mid-range shot, wide open, no good. Rainin offensive rebound, a little floater, no good. Leonard has the board for the Generals. She'll launch it up the floor, complete the pass to Strickland. 3-on-2, and it's off the foot of Hickok. Loose ball and a tie-up at the top of the arc between Rainin and Hecker.
Sheldon was fortunate that time. The pass went off the foot of that Grant player, else they would have had an easy layup and they would have pushed the lead to 3.
There's Hickok's foot as Amaya Aldridge checks into the game. Alexis Richmond to the bench. Aldridge, another freshman. Unbelievable youth, but also talent from this Grant team. 2:51 left here in the first quarter. Morosky dribbling left in the left corner. Rainin for 3. It's a little long, and a nice rebound by Aldridge in traffic. Morosky takes it right out of her hands. Baumgartner driving in. A floater from about 10 feet. It's way long, and a rebound for Aldridge. She'll go off to Hecker. Hecker now on the right wing. Almost travels, gets rid of it. Nice swing around the perimeter. Long 2 for Marin Leonard. Air ball, rebound. Hecker missed the layup. Hickok with the rebound. Throws up a shot. No good. Morosky puts down the rebound immediately. Almost has it stolen. Winkler now dribbles, and Hansen will take it from her and set up the offense for the Irish. Makeable shots down low. Grant wanted some fouls, didn't get them. And it's just the nature of how this game's being officiated. Really physical early on. Baumgartner way out on the left wing. She's double teamed, gives in the corner. Morosky, left corner 3, wide open. That's an air ball. Rainin with the rebound. Macy Rainin active off the bench. Minute 52 left in the first. Sheldon down 5-4. Morosky spinning right to Hansen. Hansen crosses over. Trapped. Throws to Rainin in the right corner. Winkler on a post up down low, and Hickok. She won't get it on the right block. Rainin walks it towards half court. Throws to Morosky. Morosky right in front of the Grant bench. Skip pass across the defense to Hansen. Hansen dribbling in to Rainin. A mid-range shot, and it's off. Winkler's going to be called with an over the back. That's an easy call. Nice box out by Anna Hecker.
It was a long possession that time for Sheldon, and Autumn Baumgartner didn't touch the ball a single time. I was watching her for much of that possession, and Grant wasn't really denying her the ball for the most part. So I think the Sheldon team needs to give the ball to Baumgartner, let her drive, and maybe kick out to some of her shooters on the outside because she hasn't been too involved so far.
Hecker with the inbound to Aldridge. She'll go back to Hecker. Hecker working on Barkley, working it down the left sideline. Throws up the floor to Hickok. Numbers for Grant. Hickok attacks the rim and scores. She's got 3, and now Grant up 7-4. Barkley a little frantic, and she'll not turn it over. Knocked out of bounds by Grant, says the official John Robinson right on the play.
Looks like that one went off.
Yeah, that might have been kind of a makeup call for a no foul on a pretty physical play on defense. Timeout taken by Coach Brancato.
Yeah, I think that's either you got to call a foul that time on Grant, or you just give the ball to Sheldon like they did. So I think ultimately they got the call right, given that Sheldon has the ball.
U.S. Bank has been proud to sponsor the OSSA State Championship since 1984. Whether you're buying a car, consolidating bills, or paying for one of life's unexpected surprises, U.S. Bank has great rates on loans and lines of credit tailored to meet your needs. Stop in. You can stop in and see what U.S. Bank has to offer. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. If you want details, see your banker. Subject to normal credit approval. Installment loans and lines of credit offered by U.S. National Bank Association, Indy, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. Grant, back-to-back PIL champ, knocked out of the playoffs in the second round last year by a wide margin, an 83-45 loss to the eventual state champion South Salem. Now they're looking to make the quarterfinals with a lead for the first time since 1989. Here is a hook shot out of the inbound for Green Brooks through some contact, and she scores it 7-6. Grant beats the press. Hickok down to Strickland. Back to Hickok. Beautiful give and go, and Hickok lays it in. She's got 5, and it's 9-6 Generals. Barkley on the right sideline. Throws to Morosky. Fakes, takes a couple dribbles out to Baumgartner. 3 for the tie. It's long. Green Brooks pulls down the board. Kick out Miller. Back to Baumgartner. Gets inside the free throw line. A floater. It's in, out, and back in again. 9-8. And now it's a near steal for Green Brooks on a loose ball on the sideline. She'll control it now. Slow it down. Throw it across the defense to Morosky. 21 seconds left in the first. Baumgartner looking to attack. Goes to the right wing to Miller. Now thrown across into the left corner to Morosky. Surveying the 2-3 zone of Grant. Barkley, long 2 for the lead. No good. Rebound. Morosky down to Green Brooks. She spins, puts up a shot. Short. A rebound for Sheldon. And a 3 for Morosky. That's off. Hecker pulls down the rebound, and that'll do it for the first quarter. 9-8's our score after 1 quarter of play. We're going to sit in the KWVA studios, collect our thoughts. Back after this here on KWVA Eugene, 88.1 FM. We're back here in Carolyn Rayborn Gymnasium. Chris Clayton and Mark Grandy with you on the Friday Night Spotlight. Out of the inbound, Grant looking to set up the offense and actually turn it over as Aldridge looked to throw to Strickland out on the right wing. Turnover-filled first quarter, a combined 10, and now we're up to 11 after that first turnover to start off the second quarter.
And 7 of those 11 are on Grant.
Miller, top of the arc, out to the right wing to Barkley, across the defense to Baumgartner, a 3, no good. Barkley's got the offensive rebound, and she's fouled by Richmond coming out of the air, landing. Richmond bumped her. It's foul number 5 on the Generals, and Sheldon's going to be in the bonus pretty soon. Miller looking to throw the ball in, fires it out up top to Green Brooks. Aggressive 2-3 zone for Grant, doing a good job. Miller throws top to Green Brooks. And now it's Baumgartner looking to attack. She'll take a floater off balance. It's off. Hickok's got the rebound. Throws down floor to Strickland. Sheldon has numbers. She'll slow it up. Go to Hecker, who attacks the rim. Has it knocked off her leg. Nice play by Morosky. And it'll be Irish basketball.
That's their 8th turnover for Grant. But on the other end, Monka Hickok has 6 rebounds already in this one. And she's just a freshman. She's really aggressive and pretty athletic down low.
Under a minute into this second quarter. Generals got out to a really quick start. They were up 5-0 before you could blink. Sheldon's climbed back. They're down 1. Barkley, a left wing 3. That's long. Morosky catches a tip, and she's got another offensive rebound. She's got 4 total rebounds tonight so far. Barkley in the left corner. Pump fakes. Now to Green Brooks on a post-up. Right-hand hook. off balance, and that is an impressive finish. 10-9, Sheldon takes their first lead of the ball game. Richmond trapped on the sideline. Baumgartner trying to force a tie-up. Ball is loose. Miller can't save it. Stepped on the sideline, and it'll retain possession in the way of Grant.
So far in this game, the Irish haven't had too many shots fall from the outside, but we've seen some success down low from Hope Greenbrook. She's had success on 2 of those little jump hook shots in the lane, so maybe they'll continue to work with her into the paint.
On the drive, it's a steal. It's Rashid trying to attack the rim. Baumgartner stole it right away, went behind the back. Now a Euro step finish with the left hand. It's good.
She took on 3 Grant defenders, went right at him, split the defense, and was able to get it up despite falling down.
12-9 Sheldon. Hecker throws it up top to Leonard. Leonard dribbling right. Now in the right corner to Strickland. Down to Rashid on a post-up, and she's fouled by Morosky. Coach Gardner knows she had to get Rashid back on the floor. Rashid has 2 fouls and is out there risking it here with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. See if Sheldon looks to attack her. Couple of subs coming in for the Irish. Amber Winkler, Macy Rain, and Lauren Miller, Hope Green Brooks, and Alyssa Barkley on the floor. Miller nearly comes up with a steal on the inbound as Strickland tried to fit it in an ill-advised pass in a tight spot to Rashid. Strickland will throw it in from the opposite side of the basket on the baseline once again. Hickok to Leonard. Now to Rashid on the high post. Out to Hickok for a long 2. It's off. Hecker tips it to Leonard. Leonard airballs a floater, and a nice save on the sideline, or rather on the baseline by Miller to Green Brooks. Green Brooks is trapped. Launches it to Miller. She'll fire it down the floor to Rainin. Rainin in traffic. A mid-range shot. No good. And Leonard has another rebound. That's 4 for the guard. Rashid now getting it across half court. In traffic. And she's fouled as she looked to finish at the rim.
And she went right at Amber Winkler that time. Looks like Winkler did a pretty good job of staying straight up. There must have been a little body contact down low, though. And that's why Rashid will head to the line here for 2.
Amber Winkler now with 2 fouls as she picks up her second. 12-9 Generals. It really came to play in this ball game. Rashid hits the first free throw. She's got 3 now for the game.
We've seen how this Sheldon defense has kind of changed from the beginning of the game. They're really forcing Grant to shoot from the outside here in the second quarter. They're putting a lot of players and defenders down into the paint, making Grant beat them from the outside where they're not as comfortable.
She hits the second. I said 12-9 at the time, Generals. It's 12-11 Sheldon. As Hansen, trying to beat the press, has it stolen away. Leonard with a nice steal. Rashid now posting up. Generals swinging around the perimeter. Hecker up top in the right corner to Strickland. Hecker looking to get it down low to Rashid. A near steal. Rashid with a nice drop step and a score. She's got 5 now. And it's another lead once again for the Generals, 13-12. She's so tough to handle down low. All you can really do is sometimes just kind of hope to steal her dribble or steal the entry pass, because once she gets it down low with deep positioning, it's almost 2 points every time.
It really is, and that time that came on the pass from Anna Hecker, and that's her 3rd assist so far in this game. She's doing a great job distributing and finding her teammates down low for easy buckets.
At Les Schwab Tires, they guarantee their service like they guarantee their tires. Backed at more than 400 stores throughout the West. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. 5:10 left in the first half here on the Friday Night Spotlight on KWVA Eugene, 88.1 FM. Chris Clayton and Mark Grandy with you here from Carolyn Rayborn Gymnasium. Out of the timeout, Rainin catches the inbound, goes to Baumgartner. Grant's got numbers. Baumgartner attacks a between-the-legs move and a scoop and score. 14-13, Sheldon regains the lead. Leonard picks up her dribble, goes to Rashid. Rashid in a crowd of 3 defenders. Picks up the dribble, gets rid of it to Leonard. Quickly down to Hickok, attacks the rim, and rejected by Winkler. She rejects it and collects it, gives it off to Green Brooks. And now Green Brooks trying to probe the defense and look to make something happen. Trying to shovel it off to Rainin, had it knocked out of bounds. All-time series between these two teams. Sheldon leads it 6-0. Teams were actually in the same conference back in 2013-14 before the reclassification and the reformation by the OSSA of a lot of conferences. Here's Baumgartner with it right wing. Down to Morosky in a post-up, going left. Tough shot off balance, and it's an air ball. Nearly has it stolen away. Does Hecker on the rebound as Morosky, who missed the shot, nearly came up with a steal thanks to her quick hands, but it'll be inbound from Rashid. And it's inbound to Hickok. Hickok's fouled by Rainin. Easy call. Foul number 6 on the Irish.
It's a very aggressive game on both sides. We know Sheldon always plays aggressive defense, and they always press a lot. But this Grant team might be even more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. Sheldon now has 6 fouls to Grant's 5.
Baumgartner's got a steal. Takes it away from Hickok. A pull-up 2 for Baumgartner, and she scores. She's got 8. And it's 16-13 Irish. Strickland, a 2-on-1 for Grant the other way. A layup for Hecker. Beautiful bounce pass from Strickland. Hecker onto the board for the first time. 16-15. Baumgartner now on the attack. And now she will walk it outside and set things up. 2-3 zone of the Generals. Morosky gets all the way to the rim for a layup. In and out. And Rashid pulls down the rebound. She's fouled. An easy reach-in call on Sheldon, and a 1-and-1 coming up now for Karika Rashid.
It was one of the few breakdowns in this half-court defense for Grant. They allowed Morosky to get all the way to the paint after she got by her perimeter defender. But there was no help down there at all. But luckily for this Grant team, she missed that layup, and Rashid was able to pull down the rebound.
The Generals up 1. Grant on a 17-game winning streak. They haven't lost since non-conference. They went 4-4 in the non-conference, counting the playoff game back on Tuesday in the win over Forest Grove, and 16-0 in the PIL. Karika Rashid hits the first free throw. She's got 7. She led the way all year for this Generals team, along with Nina Radford, who was last year's PIL Player of the Year as a sophomore, but broke her foot in the middle of January. Rashid hits them both, so she's up to 8 despite playing in foul trouble. And the Generals are back on top. They're up 17-16 now. Here's Rainin attacking the press, getting all the way to the bucket and scoring on a right-hand layup. 18-17. Hecker trapped on the sideline. Baumgartner with a steal. Baumgartner attacks the hoop, goes at Rashid, scores! And it's a 3-point lead now for the Irish. Now Leonard, an ill-advised spin move in traffic, and a steal for Sheldon. Thought I heard a whistle there. Green Brooks off to Hansen, now back to Green Brooks in the left corner. Baumgartner, pump fake, attacking the baseline, off balance, throws it up. Thought she had a foul, but it's an air ball, and Hecker will control it for Grant. Nearly threw it away again. Leonard controls it. 3-on-2 for Grant. At the rim, Hickok, layup on the left side. It's an air ball. Winkler with the rebound, off to Green Brooks. Now to Hansen. Sheldon looking to attack. Now they'll reset. Green Brooks up top, trying to go to Baumgartner, and a nice tip and steal for Paige Strickland. Baseball pass down the floor to Marin Leonard. Left-hand layup's a miss. Hickok offensive rebound, rejected by Green Brooks. Now Strickland, top of the arc, deep 3. That's long. Rainin with the rebound. And now Sheldon attacking again. Behind the back move. Rainin is taken out by Strickland. My goodness. Aggressive foul by Paige Strickland. And it's foul number 6 on the Generals.
Looked like Strickland kind of body checked Rainin there. She took a hard fall, landed flat on her face, it looked like, on the ground. And she gets up and she looked like she's able to walk it off.
This is a wild game. Fast-paced, physical. Could be officiated more tightly. I honestly think that's part of it. But, hey, the teams are adjusting and playing some good basketball. It's 20-17 Sheldon. 2.5 left here in the first half. Hansen with it up top to Barkley on the right wing. Nearly throws it away. Hansen controls it as Strickland went for the steal. Hansen now probes the defense. Kicks out to Baumgartner. Left corner 3. In and out. Rebound Morosky. To Hansen. Free throw line. Jay off balance. That's long. Loose ball. Morosky another rebound. Morosky with rebound number 6 here in the first half. Baumgartner attacks. A floater. No good. Green Brooks. Offensive rebound. And it's through.
3 offensive rebounds in that possession for Sheldon. Pulling a little page out of Grant's book.
And Grant trying to beat the Sheldon press. Nearly throws it away as Green Brooks knocks it out of bounds. The Generals will keep it and throw it in from near half court.
The fact that Grant has been able to keep this game close. They currently trail by 5, just under 2 minutes remaining here in the quarter. And they have 12 turnovers. That's incredible that they're still in this game. Because they haven't been able to take care of the ball at all.
Coach Gardner for Grant's going to take a timeout. She's in her first season with the Generals. But she coached at Grants Pass, Central Catholic, Cleveland, and Wilson in her career. So a really experienced head coach. She played at Concordia University, graduated in 1984. Sheldon, after going down 5-0 early on in this game, has really recovered well. And since then, it's 22-12 in favor of the Irish, forcing a ton of turnovers, 12 turnovers in the first half here by Grant.
Yeah, they really have. You mentioned that good start by Grant. They did that with with pressured defense. Sheldon turned the ball over quite often early in that first quarter. They currently have 6 in the game, which they'd still like to get that number down. But a lot of those came early in that first quarter. They've done a much better job taking care of the ball. And on the other side, like you said, they've been able to force a lot of turnovers. And that's where a lot of their 22 points have come from. Autumn Baumgartner, who has 3 steals in her own right, has scored numerous times in the fast break layup situation. So that's where this Irish team is not only stopping Grant, but getting their offense going.
Grant clad in the all-blue jerseys with gray Grant and gray numbers and white pinstripes on the side. Hecker out of the inbound is going to take a 3 from the left wing. That's a little long. Strickland can't control the rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds from behind by Morosky. 1:44 left here in the first half. Got to wonder if this game would be different if Rashid wasn't playing in foul trouble. Strickland will throw it away. Green Brooks with a steal, and it's turnover number 13. She'll launch it down the floor to Barkley at the rim for a layup. What a pass by Green Brooks, right on the money, 24-17.
She looked like a quarterback on that one, firing it down the full court with just one hand.
Hecker trying to throw to the middle to Rashid, and Rashid couldn't corral it. Another Grant turnover, number 14.
And to the point where 14 turnovers in a game isn't even that good, but they have it in less than a half of basketball.
They had 12 in the first round against Forest Grove in a 24-point victory. 1:20 left. Baumgartner looking to attack the defense. She traveled. Thought she had some contact. Baumgartner did, but excellent defense there by Rashid as she stayed right in front of Baumgartner and forced the travel. One more foul, and it'll be a 1-and-1 for Grant. Well, they're actually already in the 1-and-1s. It'll be foul number 8, and there it is, foul number 8. Baumgartner on a reach-in as Hickok tried to race it down the right sideline. That's Baumgartner's first foul, which is good news for Sheldon. Grant's superstar, Rashid, has 2, and for that reason has not been able to be as aggressive on defense, but still impressive for having her minutes limited with 8 points and 3 rebounds.
And she picked up those 2 fouls early on in that first quarter. She's been able to play through the fact that she can't play too aggressive, like you just said. But she's going to check out and probably sit out for the rest of this half just to make sure that she doesn't pick up that 3rd foul.
She did check out. Amaya Aldridge into the game for her. First free throw from Hickok is good. She's up to 6 points now for the game. First team all-conference performer. Really impressive, particularly on the defensive end. As is this Grant team as a whole. Opponents only average 42 points a game for the season against the Generals. Hickok's second free throw is off. Green Brooks with the rebound to Miller. Miller sprints it up the floor, tries to go to Rainin on a bounce pass, and Rainin just dropped it. And then it bounced off her foot, went out of bounds. There's turnover number 8 for Sheldon. They haven't even been very clean, but by comparison, Grant's 14. Sheldon's been pretty sharp. Minute left here in the first half. Leonard, middle to Hickok, now to Hecker near the left sideline. She's trapped, gives it to Hickok. Hickok's going to get all the way to the bucket, score it. Didn't even use the glass, but an unorthodox shot goes in, and she's got 8, 24-20.
She got right by Lauren Miller on that one. Looked like Lauren Miller kind of gave up on that play a little early.
Miller with it in the left corner. Down to Green Brooks on the left block. Spinning left, a fade off glass. Hope Green Brooks with 8. 31 seconds left, and there's a steal for Sheldon. Miller to Baumgartner, a pull-up floater and transitions off, and Hecker has it for the Generals. Double-teamed and fouled is Hecker, and Baumgartner appears to have hurt her hand. She's feeling her left hand, I believe. For Sheldon, you hope it's just a jammed finger, but if she was to have a significant injury, that would be detrimental, hugely detrimental. You can't really say it enough how bad that would be for the Sheldon team.
And it looks like it's her right hand, actually. That's her shooting hand, so that might be even worse for the Irish.
Hecker is shooting a 1-and-1. Foul number 9 against the Irish. The foul was tagged to Alyssa Barkley. Hecker missed the free throw, and Barkley's got the rebound. 20 seconds. Barkley sprinting it down the floor as it knocked away from behind by Hickok. It went across the baseline out of bounds. Sheldon with a 6-point advantage, 18.2 left. Rainin will come into the game. Baumgartner still nursing that right hand. He's going to jog to the bench. Alexis Richmond in for Grant. Out goes Monka Hickok. Lauren Miller to throw it in. Gets it into Green Brooks. A right-hand layup is off, and it's a foul. It's going to be on Morosky on the rebound. It'll be 2 free throws now for the Generals, as that's foul number 10 against the Irish.
We talked about early in the first quarter when Grant was racking up a bunch of foul calls, how that was going to benefit Sheldon down the road, but they've really done a good job here late in that first quarter and for much of the second quarter of playing aggressive defense still without fouling. They still only have 6 in the first half compared to 10 on Sheldon, so they've really flipped the script in that regard.
Morosky just picked up her 3rd foul. That free throw from Richmond way off there, long and to the right. Morosky has 2 points but 6 rebounds and is really good moving the basketball on offense. So that certainly going to be a factor here as the game goes on. Rainin and Morosky will come out. Winkler and Hansen in for them for Sheldon. Second free throw from Richmond is good. That's her first basket of the game. 5-point advantage here for Sheldon. 13 seconds as Hansen looks to attack from the right wing. Up top, Miller. Miller looking down low against the man-to-man defense of Grant. Hansen's going to get a wide-open 3 in the right corner and nail it. 29-22, 1 second. That'll do it for the first half. Beautiful job by Lauren Miller. Probed the defense a little bit. Strickland bit on it and left Hansen, and that left Hansen wide open. The perfect bounce pass from Miller. And then Hansen, who's over 40% on the year from the outside, strokes the 3.
Yeah, and that was on the pass from Laura Miller, like you just said. That's her 3rd assist of the game. So she's doing a good job deferring to her teammates, setting them up, and we saw it there in that last play of the half, and that is a huge momentum shifter heading into halftime. Sheldon's up 8 instead of 5.
What a half. Action-packed, 15 turnovers, the key to Sheldon's 8-point lead so far. It was 5-0 Grant about 2 minutes into the ball game. And the Irish have really taken over since then. They also have 8 turnovers, so it's just been really an ugly game overall. 8 points for Karika Rashid for the Generals, along with 3 rebounds, despite being in foul trouble for most of the first half. If not, I would say probably 80% of that first half. She had 2 fouls and was playing with that, or sitting on the bench watching. Anna Hecker with 2 points for Grant as well. 8 points for Monka Hickok, who's been huge for the Generals on both sides of the ball. And 2 points for Marin Leonard. And on the Sheldon side, you got 10 points for Autumn Baumgartner. She averages just over 23. So a sound half for her overall. But I think who's been huge to me has been Hope Greenbrooks. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and she's been tough to handle down low, despite playing some pretty big and physical Grant defenders.
Yeah, she really has. And her post moves down low seem really polished tonight. She's done a good job using some pump fakes and also using hook shots, make it difficult for the taller defenders, to be able to block and change her shots. So she's done a good job using her body down low and getting into good position for those layups.
Grant trying to get in the quarterfinals for the first time since 1989. Sheldon looking to make it for the 2nd consecutive year. They made it all the way to the state semifinal in 2015, and now the 2016 version of the Irish are in a tough battle here at home. For Mark Randy, I'm Chris Clayton. We're going to send it into the KWVA studios, and we're going to get a sports desk update. They're going to give you an update on little Oregon baseball scores and maybe some NBA scores from around the nation. Here in Carolyn Rayborn Gymnasium, we'll go back in the KWVA studios in the Friday Night Spotlight here on KWVA Eugene 88.1 FM. Back at Sheldon High School, Chris Clayton and Mark Grandy here with you for this second round of the OSSA state playoffs matchup between Sheldon and Grant. Grant 20-4 on the year, Sheldon 20-6. The Irish, the number 6 seed. The winner of this game takes on either Tigard or Central Catholic in the OSSA quarterfinals on Wednesday at 6:30. And Grant hasn't been to the quarterfinals up in Portland. This year it's in the Chiles Center since 1989. And Sheldon made it there last season and was knocked out in the semifinals before winning the third-place game. So both these teams certainly able but also hungry to make it there. Grant not really, the OSSA ranking system not really too kind to them, being they went undefeated in conference play, but man, they are extremely impressive. They don't even have last year's Conference Player of the Year, Nina Radford, but they do have this year's Karika Rashid, and if they can keep her out of foul trouble, she's at 2 right now. They can keep her out of foul trouble, and she can continue to be aggressive. 8 points, 3 rebounds in the first half. Sheldon's having a hard time with her down in the low post.
Yeah, they really are, and just watching a half of Grant basketball, you can see why they went undefeated in Portland Interscholastic League play. They're one of the more athletic teams and also physical teams on the perimeter that we've seen this season that played against Sheldon. They've done a great job defending the Sheldon team, not letting them get in too much rhythm on the offensive end. A lot of their points came because of the shortcomings of Grant's offense's ability to break the press of Sheldon. And just a quick note, Autumn Baumgartner left the first half after injuring her right hand. Looks like she has two fingers on her right hand taped up, but she was shooting around there at halftime, so it looks like she's going to give it a go. And I think it's what we all expected, but she doesn't look to be too bad for her, so that's good news for the Irish.
Yeah, that is her shooting hand, though, so we'll see if it affects her shot. She doesn't have any threes yet in this game, but she does have 10 points and 3 steals as well. All right, we're ready to go here to start off the second half. It's going to be Irish basketball as they inbound it from the near sideline into Miller. Now to Baumgartner out on the right wing. Closely guarded by Leonard. Morosky, a nice in and out crossover move. Back to Baumgartner, wide open 3 from the right wing, and it's good. Rattles around and through. Autumn Baumgartner now up to 13 points.
I guess that finger isn't bothering her too much.
32-21. Baumgartner nearly comes up with a steal, and she does. Knocks it off Hickok. And what a start for Baumgartner, a 3 and her 4th steal. Now Greenbrooks will throw it in front of the Grant bench, into Miller. Miller being checked by Strickland. Comes off a Greenbrooks screen. Throws the left corner to Barkley. Now to Miller. And Barkley swings it up top. Greenbrooks. Baumgartner, quick attack. A baseline move. Splits a double team and scores. Off balance. Baumgartner taking over here in the first 45 seconds. 34-21 Sheldon. Greenbrooks nearly comes up with a steal. Leonard controls it. Throws to Hickok in the middle. And Baumgartner with another steal. She'll sprint it down the other way. Grant with numbers. Baumgartner still on the attack. Off glass, and it's off. Hickok pulls down the rebound. She'll throw it up the floor to Strickland. 2-on-1 for the Generals. Underhand layup. Strickland scores. Lauren Miller quickly sprinting it down the floor to Baumgartner. She'll probe the defense, get inside, and be fouled from behind on the way up by Hecker. No time to rest. That's an unbelievable pace that we've seen all game long, and this is really where Sheldon's comfortable. For Grant, maybe you think about trying to find a way to slow this game and use your strength down low, as Gardner might talk about that with her team. She takes a timeout.
Yeah, they really might benefit from the slowing of the pace of this game, given the fact that they've turned the ball over now 17 times. So if they slow it down and take it bit by bit, that's certainly something that's going to benefit them moving on.
You can get your state championship merchandise from OSSAstore.com. You can get commemorative shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and much more. If you need a shirt from past years, they can get one to you as well. That's OSSAstore.com. Chris Clayton and Mark Randy with you here from Sheldon High School. This is the last home game of the year for Sheldon, regardless of what happens, because it's the second round. The next round is the OSSA quarterfinals, down to 8. That'll be in the Chiles Center next week. Wednesday at 6:30 will be the quarterfinals. If Sheldon wins, we'll have that one for you on 88.1 FM and SheldonAthletics.com. It's on only the terrestrial feed, 88.1 FM, not online per OSSA rules. 6:45 left. Baumgartner with a couple free throws as the teams take the floor out of the timeout. Baumgartner strokes the first. She's got 16-6 in the first minute 15 of the third quarter. And she hits the second, up to 17 now. Southwest Conference Co-Player of the Year, Cooley hits them both, and it's a 13-point lead for Sheldon. Hecker, left corner, takes a three in transition, and it's all nets.
A big shot that time from Hecker, like you said, bring the deficit back to 10.
Baumgartner in transition. Hesitates, now attacks the rim and scores. Baumgartner, unstoppable. She's got all 9 of Sheldon's points here in the third quarter. Hickok has it stolen away. Greenbrook saves it and bounds to Baumgartner. Baumgartner knocked over, no call. A steal for Grant, and Hecker attacks the rim, missed the layup, but will have 2 free throws.
Baumgartner was knocked over on that one. Looks like she was banged up a little bit. Her right leg, she seems to be limping a little bit, walking back to her offensive side of the court.
Unbelievable. The first minute 45, and it's already 9 points for Autumn Baumgartner and 3 steals. She had 10 points and 3 steals in the entire first half. What a player. One of the best in the state. A McDonald's All-America nominee. Did not make the McDonald's All-America team, but she'll be on her way to play for Georgetown across the country.
And to make it even more impressive, she's doing it after injuring her shooting hands. She has 2 fingers
It seems
taped.
like it helped her. I don't know. Something about it just seemed to help her. It's like it awakened a beast or something. Hecker missed the first free throw and the second, but the second was a lane violation on, I believe, Barkley. And Hecker's going to get another try at it. Trying to cut the lead down to 11. Free throw's good for Hecker. She's up to 6 points now. By the way, that last foul was on Lauren Miller. That was her second. Miller now up top to Morosky. Top of the arc, driving left, spinning back to the right. Miller has it. Top of the key, tight man-to-man defense from the Generals. Morosky on the drive to Miller in the left corner. A little bit stagnant on offense. Barkley gets inside the key, kick out. Baumgartner, a deep 3, well contested, and bricked off the front of the iron. Rashid with a rebound, and then a double dribble. Rashid looks a little thrown off. I really think that foul trouble has gotten into her head. She's not as aggressive and had to sit on the bench for a long time, which can really affect the player's psyche.
They really can. At this point in the game, though, having 2 fouls isn't quite the end of the world. She can still play pretty aggressive at this point. This Grant team is going to need her to step up her aggressiveness because they're really lost without her on the court.
Baumgartner comes off a Greenbrook screen, attacks the rim through 2 defenders, and misses it. Hits actually the bottom of the backboard. Hickok with the rebound. Fights through a trap, fires it up the floor to Hecker, and it's too high. She couldn't control it. Another Grant turnover. That is 20 for the game. 6 here in the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter, 14 in the first half. Greenbrooks will throw the ball into Miller. 5:25 left in this half. What a great performance from Sheldon in this third quarter so far, particularly Autumn Baumgartner, who scored all of the Irish points. Miller with it, right wing, throws the middle to Greenbrooks. Greenbrooks now attacks the rim going left. Left hand hook, no good. Hickok with some nice defense. Sheldon faithful really want a foul. They won't get it. And Leonard nearly has it stolen away by Greenbrooks. Gets rid of it to Rashid. Lobs it back to Leonard. Top of the key to Richmond. Richmond to Rashid. A deep 2 from her. It's long. And Leonard tracks down the offensive board. Bounce pass, Hickok with deep positioning. Left block. Blocked from behind on a banker attempt by Winkler. And then out of bounds. Grant is going to keep it.
Good defense down low from Winkler. She was able to get that block despite not being in good position on that one.
Leonard with it to Hecker in the right corner. Now it's Hickok attacking the rim through contact. Missed, but 2 free throws coming for her.
Hickok, just being a freshman, she's pretty slim as well. She is 5'10", but she knows how to fight down low. She has 10 rebounds already in the game, and we saw her go up strong that time against Amber Winkler. She is pretty aggressive down low, and she's only going to get better as time goes on.
She's got 8 already, trying to make it 9 here with the free throw. And it's good. Puts it down. Its energy in the gymnasium tonight has been terrific. Baumgartner, Winkler, and Barkley to the bench. Hansen, Rainen, and Winkler, or rather Emma Newman, the freshman for the first time tonight, checks in. But the Sheldon fans not only are here in big numbers, but they are loud, letting Grant hear it. Hickok gets both free throws, puts her into double figures. She leads Grant in scoring.
Also in rebounding, she now has a double-double.
Here's Miller attacking. Hansen's going to get a three from the left corner. That's well short. Leonard with the rebound. Quickly off to Richmond. Richmond, it's a 3-on-3. Richmond attacks the hoop to Rashid. Deep positioning, off glass and through. Rashid into double figures as well to go with her 4 rebounds. 38-31. 5 unanswered points, and Rashid has a steal for Grant. 2-on-2, Rashid attacks the bucket and scores. 38-33. Sheldon's superstar puts her team, that being Baumgartner, puts the Irish on her back, and now Rashid putting Grant on her back. Gotta love to see the 2 great players duke it out. Miller gets a screen from Newman, picks up the dribble, and Rashid's gonna come up with a turnover. It is actually off Rashid. It's gonna be called Sheldon ball. I thought that was off Green Brooks, as Rashid almost came up with a steal, but it went to Green Brooks. And I definitely thought Green Brooks tipped it out of bounds, but we don't have a great angle over here.
Yeah, official John Robinson made the call. He was way down underneath the basket, and the ball went out of bounds near half court, so I guess this two-man official crew didn't quite have a good angle at it.
Baumgartner, top of the arc, beautiful cross, and it's a 5-second closely guarded. The rare 5-second closely guarded call is Baumgartner crossed over left to right and actually got right by Richmond. It's a turnover for Sheldon. That's their 11th. 3:30 left here in the third. Hickok pushing it. Richmond with a step back. Deep 2, in and out. And Leonard fights for the board. Spins. Goes out to the perimeter. Throws to Richmond. Nearly loses it on the sideline. Being checked closely by the aggressive defense from Macy Rainin. Leonard gets inside. Takes a off-balance mid-range shot. Off. Hickok. Offensive rebound and a putback. 38-35. 9 unanswered for Grant. 3:02 remain here in the third quarter. Here's Morosky to Rainin. Rainin to the middle to Baumgartner. Being checked by Richmond. Swinging around to Hansen. Hansen dribbling left inside the free throw line. Has it knocked away. Who's it off? It went out of bounds. It's off Hansen, and it's a General's forced turnover. It's 12 for Sheldon.
Great response here by Grant after that barrage by Adam Baumgartner to start the second half. The Irish went up by more than 10, and now the lead's only 3.
Grant breaks the press of Sheldon. Up to Richmond on the right wing, and a travel called on Richmond as she looked to attack.
Turnover number 21 for Grant. They've done a great job coming back, like I just said, but they cannot continue to turn the ball over. They've done a great job coming back here, but they're not going to be able to do it again, and if they continue to turn the ball over, they're going to get down by double digits once again.
Hope Green Brooks checks in as Macy Rainin heads to the bench. Hansen walks it across half court. Grant not showing the press on that last play. Green Brooks going to take a screen and then pop a 3. It's an air ball. And Leonard has the rebound. Leonard now with 8 rebounds despite being a guard for this team. Richmond is trapped on the sideline, gets rid of it to Leonard. Top of the key, picks up her dribble. Now to Rashid outside the 3-point line. Rashid a give and go, back to Rashid for a 3. It's open, but it's an air ball. Knocked out of bounds by Leonard, and it will be Sheldon ball the other way. Aldridge into the game, and Monka Hickok is going to get a well-deserved rest. 12 points and 11 rebounds for Hickok. Listed as a guard, but really plays like a combination of both guard and post. 1:55 left as Morosky's got it top of the key. Hesitation move, dribbling right. She played with 3 fouls this whole quarter. Hasn't picked up another, and it's played pretty well. Hansen's going to take a 3 off a Greenbrook screen and bank it in. That's a hometown bounce there, and it's 41-35 Sheldon. Hecker, meanwhile, the other way, attacking, getting past the press, missing a layup. Greenbrooks 2-on-1, off to Rainin, left hand, layup, and it's good. And now it's a steal for Rainin. To Hansen, to Baumgartner, right wing, a 3. That's long. Now a fight for the rebound. Aldridge comes down with it. And a foul called on Rainin. This place would have exploded if Baumgartner had knocked that one down.
What a great pass by Baumgartner, though, on that fast break hoop. He dribbled in, drew the defender to her, was able to find a wide open Macy Rainin, streaking to the bucket for that for that layup, and Macy Rainin came up with the steal and found a wide open Baumgartner. Like you said, this place would have went crazy if she's able to knock that one in. That's coming after a foul on Hansen banked in three. This place was already pretty loud.
43-35 Irish. Minute 12 left in the third. It's Rashid with it in front of the Sheldon bench, right sideline. Throws it up the floor to Aldrich. Aldrich throws it away. Morosky the steal. Lobs up the floor to Baumgartner. Right hand layup. It's good. Under a minute, 10-point advantage now for the Irish. Hickok beats the press. 3-on-1 for Grant. A wild floater's off. Leonard offensive rebound. And her putback's off. Hansen with it. Crosses over. Nearly has it stolen. Off balance. Able to control. And finally, everyone calming down a bit as it's walked out to the perimeter. 11 points for Baumgartner here in the third quarter. Baumgartner feeling confident. Crossover going left. Through contact. Is off on the left-hand underhand shot. But she will have 2 free throws. A foul is charged to Aldrich. That's her first.
Nice take by Baumgartner that time. She went hard to her left, guarded by Aldridge, and almost got the little left-handed finger roll to fall as well, despite the contact. That would have been a phenomenal play.
Baumgartner nails the first. She's got 22 now, 12 in the third quarter out of Sheldon's 17 points as a team. Hansen to the bench, and Macy Rainin back into the ball game. Rather, Alyssa Barkley into the game for Sheldon. Aldridge, Hecker, Hickok, Leonard, and Rashid, the lineup for the Generals. Second free throw is off. A rebound for Leonard. Up the floor to Hecker. Picks up her dribble. She's trapped. Throws towards half court to Rashid. Rashid double team. Off to Aldridge. 17 seconds left in the third. Now in the right corner, it's Hecker. A give and go back to Rashid. Double team to Aldridge. Thought about a long two. Won't take it. Beautiful bounce pass to Hickok, who had perfect positioning and laid it in. 2 seconds, 1 second. Baumgartner from half court at the buzzer, and it's off to the right. That'll do it after 3 quarters of play. Winner goes to the OSSA quarterfinals at Sheldon 46, Grant 37. Back after this on KWVA Eugene 88.1 FM. We're back here in Sheldon High School. 9-point advantage for Sheldon. Chris Clayton and Mark Grandy with you here from Carolyn Rayborn Gymnasium. The second round of the OSSA state playoffs. Winner goes to the Childs Center in Portland for the quarterfinals. Grant starting off possession in the fourth quarter. Hecker immediately trapped in the left corner and turned over. Greenbrooks with a steal. She'll go over to Miller, and then Miller, or rather Greenbrooks, will get it back near half court. Off to Barkley. Barkley attacks baseline and misses, and a foul called on Rainin on the rebound attempt. That is the fourth foul on Sheldon this half.
I think the first few minutes here of this fourth quarter is extremely important for both teams, but especially for Grant. They were able to cut the deficit to 3 there in that third quarter, but a late barrage by the Irish put it back up to 9 at the end of 3. They're going to have to cut it down to around 5 here pretty quick, or else the Sheldon defense is going to make it really difficult for them to get anything going late in the game.
Baumgartner out the first 27 seconds of the quarter, then comes in for Rainin. Hecker almost turning it over on the right sideline. Gets rid of it, goes down to the right block to Hickok, who scores 16 points and 11 rebounds for the freshman. 46-39. Last 4 points have been scored by Grant. Miller with it front of the cheerleaders, way out on the right wing to Baumgartner, top of the arc, working on Hecker. She'll take a three, the defender right in her face, and it's all net. 25 points, Autumn Baumgartner.
Hecker gave Baumgartner way too much space on that one.
49-39. Leonard will go to Rashid. Now Aldridge with an open three on the left wing to answer, and she hits it. She's also a freshman. 49-42. Grant staying alive here on the road. Looking to make their first quarterfinals in 27 years. Sheldon trying to make it in back-to-back seasons. Baumgartner off a screen. A three and cans it.
Great screen that time by Hope Greenbrooks to give Baumgartner some open space. She doesn't need too much of it. That was just enough for her to drain that one.
28 points, 18 this half. Miller's got a steal. Barkley, she'll take a long two. That's long. Leonard has another rebound, her 10th for Grant. Numbers a 4-on-1 for Grant. Hickok, left-hand layup is through.
Leonard ran the fast break really well that time. She got in close enough, drew the defender to her, and was able to find the cutting Hickok.
Miller throws it away. Hickok tips it to Rashid. Rashid, a 3-on-2 for Grant. To Aldridge for a three in transition. That nearly got wedged in between the backboard and the rim, but it's a miss nonetheless. Morosky dribbles into a trap, but gets rid of it to Miller. Now to Greenbrooks. Now back to Baumgartner. Baumgartner will slow things down. Hold the ball for a second. Let the offense set up. 52-44 Irish. Sheldon started this year 4-4. Baumgartner with a three from the right corner. No good. Defender were right on her. Tough shot. Couldn't get it to go. And a reach in. Now called against the Irish. I believe that one is on Barkley. It's the 15th foul of the half on Sheldon.
Grant's perimeter defense here in the fourth quarter hasn't been too good. We saw two made threes by Baumgartner. The first one came when I believe that it was Amaya Aldridge kind of slacked off her on the defensive side and gave her a little too much space. Another one came on a nice screen set by Hope Greenbrooks. And then they had a lot of space on that one as well, but they were lucky that she missed that one.
Hansen, Winkler, and Rainin into the game for Sheldon. Setting up, it's Rashid with it out top. Lobs down low to Hickok. Now back to Aldridge on the left wing. She'll go down low to Hickok. Hickok is triple team, tries to go up, can't, goes off to Rashid. Rashid goes up with it, misses, but is fouled from behind by Winkler. 2 free throws coming up for the PIL Player of the Year. 12 points and 5 rebounds on the game. 4:59 left. First free throw from Rashid is through, up to 13 points. She had 12 on Tuesday in the first round win over Forest Grove. Hope Greenbrooks to the bench. Sophie Morosky jogs back on. She's played with 3 fouls this whole half. Her minutes have not been limited. She's just been playing really smart. The senior showing her experience. Both free throws from Rashid were through. The second is all net. And it's a 6-point game, 52-46. Hansen dribbling left. Now behind the back, a step back three. Defender right on her, and it's rattled around and good. The freshman steps up with a big shot, 55-46. Strickland looking to go on the attack. Shovels it off to Hickok. Through contact, no call, and a miss. Morosky with the rebound, racing the other way, and now a reach in against Grant. And Coach Gardner for Grant slamming the ball in frustration. It looked like Hickok was fouled down low. I think Gardner definitely has a logical gripe here.
There's been a lot of plays down low. There's been a lot of contact, and a whistle hasn't been blown. But I think that's just the nature of this game. Very, very physical. There's certainly, you can call a foul on almost every possession in this one. That's just how physical it is. But there certainly was enough there to warrant a whistle.
4:25 left in this ball game. Baumgartner with her team up 9, trying to make a play. Beautiful double cross into the lane. The floater is good. She's got 30. Timeout, Coach Brancato, and it's 57-46 Sheldon.
What a back-to-back moves. First one by Fallon Hansen. Dribble moves and hit a step-back three, and then Baumgartner dribbling through about 4 defenders is able to score with a nice push shot in the lane.
For over 55 years, Les Schwab Tires has been committed to providing their customers the most for their tire dollar. Price, value, and selection. Les Schwab Tires doing the right thing since 1952. Winner of this plays Tigard or Central Catholic. We're trying to get you a score update on that one. They'll play Wednesday at 6:30 in the Child Center. Sheldon right now on top, up 11, looking to be in good position. Baumgartner has obviously had an unbelievable season. Southwest Conference Co-Player of the Year. She's averaged over 23 points a game. That's led the state. But her last 5, she's averaged just under 28 points a game. So as the stakes have gotten higher, she's only played better and having one of her best games of the season, I think, here tonight.
Yeah, she really is.
Here's the inbound for Grant. They're down 11. They've been able to answer and stick around, but there's been some big daggers, some gutsy shots by Sheldon. Hickok on a post-up. She's triple teamed. Go out to Leonard. Leonard now to Aldridge. To the high post to Rashid. Left corner, Leonard for 3. That is long. Rashid pulls down the offensive board. Goes glass, miss. Gets her own rebound. Glass again, no. Another offensive board for her, and she scores and a foul. Wow. Karika Rashid up to 16 points, and now with 8 rebounds, 3 on that play. That is just what the doctor ordered for Grant.
And that's where we see the size advantage for Grant really come into effect. 3 offensive rebounds on that possession alone, like you just said, Chris. And she makes the free throw to make it a 3-point play, and now only an 8-point lead for Sheldon.
3:47 left. Irish trying to hang on. Still plenty of time for Grant. Hansen between the legs, behind the back, with Leonard on her. Hickok now right up on Morosky. Morosky attacks the rim. Foul. 2 free throws coming for her. 3:34 left. Nice, confident move there from Sophie Morosky. Only 2 points for her, but she does have 8 rebounds and 1 assist. Such a aggressive player. She can affect the game, and she doesn't even have to score very much. I've likened her to Draymond Green for OSSA girls high school basketball, and I think that's an apt comparison. She doesn't have to score, and she can be a huge asset for her team. She does hit the free throw there and hit the second as well. 59-49 Sheldon. Hansen heads to the bench, Barkley onto the floor. Sheldon with kind of a soft press here. Only 2 players back as Grant beats it. Hickok gets across half court, fouled by Rainan. Rainan a little too aggressive there. It's the 8th team foul rather on Sheldon, so Hickok's going to have a 1-and-1. If you're Sheldon up 10, 3.5 minutes left, you don't want to give the Generals any free points. That's just what Rainan did there.
Yeah, free throw line advantage for Grant here in the last 3.5 minutes can really be something that they can look to take advantage of.
They haven't been good from the line, and it's another miss. Hickok long, Barkley with the rebound, but she travels. So Grant will keep it. Down 10, trying to make their first quarterfinals since 1989. Here in the left corner, now down to Hickok on a post-up. She'll shove it off to Rashid. Rashid, her layup goes in and out. It was about 3/4 of the way through, but missed. Green-Brooks pulled down the miss and gives it off to Baumgartner. She wanted to attack initially, but now she'll slow it down. Over to Barkley near half court. Chris Clayton and Mark Grandy with you here on the Friday Night Spotlight on KWVA Eugene, 88.1 FM. When this one's over, we will send it back in the KWVA studios for another half hour or so of sports talk with Alex Castle, Greg Kelly, and Sean Meadow. Meanwhile, Baumgartner slowing things down, milking the clock at half court. Down to 2:38 left and counting in this ball game. Morosky gets by Hickok, gets inside, has it knocked away from behind, and Aldridge tried to corral it but was fouled. It's going to be on Morosky. So now Aldridge is going to have a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Generals. 4 fouls now on Morosky.
It's the worst case scenario for Sheldon. They did take off some time off the clock. That's certainly a good, but when Morosky drove, not only did she lose the ball and turn it over, but then she committed a foul as well. And that stops the clock, and it allows this Grant team to get a couple points on the board, perhaps if they're able to sink their free throws.
Generals have struggled from the line all night, and another missed opportunity. It's a miss from Aldridge and an over the back on Hickok. Not free throws yet for Sheldon. It's only foul number 5. Third foul on Hickok. Timeout taken by Coach Gardner for the Generals. If you're Grant here, you kind of activate desperation mode at this point. I mean, they haven't been able to take advantage from their free throws, but maybe look for some outside shots or maybe some Rashid three-point plays, but it's time to really put on the press because you only got 2.5 minutes in a 10-point deficit.
Yeah, they're going to have to work quickly on the offensive side, like you said, but they're also going to have to, I think they're going to have to force turnovers on the other side and maybe even foul with Sheldon and make them earn them from the free throw line.
You can earn rewards, exclusive discounts, and preferred rates with a U.S. Bank package. You can choose a silver, gold, or platinum checking and create a package with the features that are right for you. U.S. Bank, all of us serving you. If you want details, you can see your banker. Deposit products offered by U.S. Bank National Association in a member FDIC. Green Brooks will throw it in out of the timeout. Sheldon beats the press well. Grant had all 5 players back, but a nice screen play set up by Coach Brancato works to perfection. Barkley with it in front of Coach Brancato on the left sideline to Baumgartner. Being checked closely by Strickland. Crossover left to right. Now hesitates, walks it back out near half court. Nearly has it stolen. She does. Leonard comes up with it. Falls down, though. Morosky controls it. She's bumped. Triple team. Throws it off to Baumgartner, and Morosky is fouled. Couple free throws coming up for... No, not yet. It's actually the 6th team foul on Grant. So still one more. Sheldon's going to have to throw the ball in and work the clock down. Coach Gardner telling her team to foul. So the Generals are going to send Sheldon to the free throw line. Baumgartner near half court, calmly dribbling, gets inside, tries to take a floater, and she does, but she's fouled beforehand. A reach in on her way to the bucket, and a one-on-one opportunity for her. Already with 30 points. She did not want to make this the final game of her career. She has played magnificent, I should say. 30 points and 6 steals. Nails the first free throw. Gives Sheldon 60. Maya Aldridge into the game. She was already in. It's actually a Sheldon sub. Lauren Miller into the game for Sheldon. Out goes Alyssa Barkley. Baumgartner hits them both. 32 points. 61-49. Under 2 minutes. Leonard to Strickland in the right corner. Tries to throw to the middle towards Hickok, and it's a steal for Morosky. Baumgartner with it at half court. She's fouled by Strickland. And Grant looking like their season might come to an end here tonight.
Yeah, down 12 with 1:43 left. That's looking extremely tough, and especially with the Sheldon team that has good free throw shooters like Sophie Morosky and Autumn Baumgartner. It's going to be extremely difficult to come back from this one. I think that's just about it. And it's like Grant is making a couple substitutions here as well. So I think this one's just about done.
Baumgartner's free throw is good. It rattled around and went through. She's now up to 33 points. Trying to make it 34, and she does. Swishes it down.
That's 24 points in the second half after she had 10 in the first half. And she ended that first half, remember, injuring her right hand, her shooting hand. She's come back with a vengeance here in the second half.
Here's Grant trying to maybe make a dramatic comeback here down the stretch. Hickok on the way to the rim is fouled. Greenbrook's got her hands on her, bumped her. And now it's going to be a 2 free throw opportunity for Hickok. But you can't talk enough about the Generals' youth and the future they have. I mean, you got freshmen in Aldridge, Leonard, Hickok, sophomore in Paige Strickland. The only seniors are Anna Hecker and Evan Harvey, Haven Williams, and Regan Mims. And those last three, are scratches tonight due to injury. Hickok does hit them both. She's got 20 points as a foul is called on the sideline. It's actually a steal, a nice steal there by Aldridge, and Baumgartner tried to get it back, but she was on the line out of bounds, so it will be Grant keeping possession. Here's Rashid posting up, left block, goes to her right and scores. Rashid up to 19 points. Greenbrooks inbound to Miller. Miller trapped and fouled at half court. Hickok tried to poke her arm in there and come up with a steal. Sound effort here down the stretch. Grant is aggressive but not fully frantic. They are using their length, coming up with some nice plays. They've cut the lead down to 10. Key here is Sheldon knocking down their free throws.
Yeah, Grant has forced 17 turnovers by Sheldon, so they've done a good job on that end, but they just haven't been able to take care of the ball.
Miller misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Aldridge to Leonard. Leonard will pull up deep three in transition. That's an air ball. Aldridge couldn't come up with the rebound off her foot. Out of bounds on the baseline, and Sheldon will throw the ball in. Good opportunity there for the Generals. Not enough mustard on it from Leonard. Timeout taken by Coach Brancato.
Good idea and good awareness, though, by Marin Leonard, the freshman. Being able to know that you got to come away with points quickly in this situation in the game, even if she's not the greatest three-point shooter from out there, she took that one confidently, just came up short, but good awareness for her, that knowing that she has to take something like that.
Sheldon looking to make the quarterfinals for the second consecutive year. They have 5 all-time in school history. This would be their 6th. They've finished 3rd place in the state 3 times. One of those was last year, tied for their best run in school history, and their deepest since the 2004 season, in which they made the state semifinals. They have 1 4th place finish and 1 8th place finish, and they're going to improve tonight to 7-0 all-time over Grant. Once again, I've mentioned it a lot here during the broadcast. Grant hasn't made the quarterfinals since 1989. They've finished undefeated 2 years in a row in the PIL as champions. And it looks like they're going to come up short again, down 10 here with 1:15 left.
It really does, but like we've been saying all night long, I think they have a really good chance next season to get to the quarterfinals, knowing their youth and how they're all going to come back improved. And next year they're also going to have Nina Radford back, last year's League Player of the Year. So this team certainly has a bright future ahead of them.
Morosky breaks the press, tries to, before she's tripped and fouled from behind. So it's going to be 2 free throws, not a 1-and-1 now for Sophie Morosky. Sheldon lost 2 all-conference players from last year's team, that being Sarah Hall and Karina Clark. Sarah Hall was a 6'2" post, 2nd team all-conference, and Karina Clark, 3rd team forward at 5'10". So they lost some size. Got back Hope Greenbrooks and Autumn Baumgartner, their key pieces. Jessica Anderson came back as well. She was playing extremely well for the Irish this year, but she tore ACL back on January 5th at South Medford, a game that she scored 18 points in. Still made all-conference honorable mention. So Sheldon looking to make a run even without her, testing how good Baumgartner and this squad is. Morosky hits both free throws, up to 6 points, and it's 65-53 Sheldon. Leonard drives in, kick out. Aldridge, a flat 3 from the outside, it's good. A laser, and she's got 6, 65-56. Sheldon still on top. Greenbrooks weaves her way through the defense, throws it up to Morosky for a layup.
Well, you can see Baumgartner's athleticism on that one. I think this Grant team was trying to foul her, but she didn't even let him get anywhere near her and was able to get a bucket out of her.
Rainin comes up with a steal from behind on Hecker, and Rainin is fouled on the sideline. And now the Sheldon fans starting to get fired up here. They could be heading to the Child Center, will be heading to the Child Center in 40 seconds, barring the greatest comeback in OSSA history. Got a feel for this Grant team. Kendra Gardner, her squad, going to come up short for a 2nd consecutive year in the 2nd round. Once again, they do have a bright future and another shot, but what a squad this season. Who knows where they would be in this ball game if Nina Radford, or even in the OSSA rankings, if Nina Radford hadn't broke her foot back on January 14th. First free throw from Rainin's off. 2nd is as well. Loose ball. Hickok couldn't corral it. Barkley knocks it off the leg of Hickok, and Sheldon will keep it. What a play by the senior Barkley. And a timeout taken by Coach Brancato. Once this game is over, we're going to send it back into the KWVA studios for what will be another half hour of sports talk. Friday Night Spotlight with Alex Castle, Greg Kelly, and Sean Meadow. Chris Clayton and Mark Grandy with you here on KWVA Eugene, 88.1 FM, the Friday Night Spotlight, and SheldonAthletics.com. Pleased to be able to say that we will have tomorrow night's game for the boys at Beaverton on SheldonAthletics.com and on 88.1 FM, not online, but just on 88.1 FM, we will have, as long as the boys and girls are alive in the OSSA quarterfinals. Once they lose, we will not broadcast their games, but the quarterfinals, semifinals, and if either of these teams make the state championship, We'll broadcast all those games on 88.1 FM. So we are looking forward to that. That one will be Wednesday through Saturday up in the Chiles Center in Portland. Out of the timeout, 36.5 seconds as the Irish looking to hang on. Rainin fires it right into Green Brooks on an alley-oop of sorts, and she scores it off the glass. Now we're Rainin with another steal, and she's fouled. 2 free throws coming up for her.
29 turnovers now for Grant. They're approaching 30. They've had 2 in these past couple seconds in the last 2 possessions. The fact that they have been in this game.
I don't know if I've ever heard of a team having 29 turnovers.
I don't think I have either. And the fact that they're, I mean, it's over now, down 13 with 26 seconds left, but they were in this game for almost the entirety of this one. The fact that they were in it with 29 turnovers is a testament to their ability to score and play pretty solid defense as well. And like we've been talking about the entire broadcast, they're certainly going to be a team to fear in the future.
Rainin hit the first free throw, and the second is short. It's 70-56, 23 seconds left. Leonard has it stolen away. Rainin with another steal. Baumgartner controls it. Will Grant foul? There's only 15 seconds. And I think the Generals are going to let this clock run out as they're having a hard time catching Baumgartner. Now they'll just concede defeat. Baumgartner dribbles out the clock. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and the Sheldon girls are headed to the Chiles Center. They're going to the quarterfinals in Portland for the 2nd consecutive year. Led by 24 second half points from number 24, their superstar senior Autumn Baumgartner. 34 points, 6 steals, 1 rebound, 2 assists. What a showing from her and the Irish.
Yeah, she really picked it up in the second half, and 10 points in 1 half isn't bad, but that's not quite up to her standards. And after she hurt her finger, it looks like it was her middle and ring fingers on her right hand. She came back out in the second half with those taped together, and she just absolutely went off. She scored the first 9 points of that third quarter for the Irish, and she just continued to play well throughout the rest of the half. But she was really, but also Hope Green Brooks did a good job playing beside her, and also Sophie Morosky did a great job as well on the defensive side. She had 8 rebounds, and she had 4 fouls, so she's not afraid to play aggressive. And Sophie Morosky also put in 8 points as well. So good all-around effort by this team.
Yeah, Green Brooks, 10 points and 6 rebounds. Didn't have a huge second half, but especially in the first half, Baumgartner wasn't as explosive certainly as the second half, but even for her standards, wasn't shooting great early on in this game, but Green Brooks was really playing well down low. I mean, the Generals got out to a 5-0 lead early on. Sheldon responds well, and from that point, were really impressive, coming away with a 70-56 victory. The Generals season comes to an end. They end the season 20-5. Kendra Gardner's first season, certainly a successful one. They won all their conference games by at least 11 points. We talked about it all broadcast. They have basically every talented player on this team coming back next year. I would be afraid of Grant if I am anyone across the state of Oregon looking ahead to next season.
I really would be too. They have some of the more athletic wing players that can also bang down low with some of the taller and stronger players that the opposition can throw against them. They're a really talented team. They committed 30 turnovers, an even 30 turnovers tonight, and were able to stick with the Irish despite that. Just think about that. That's 30 possessions that ended in a turnover, and they were still right there against this really talented Sheldon team. That is a great, great sign that this Grant team is one of the more talented ones in the league and in the state. And if they could just fix those turnovers, they could go really far in this tournament next season.
They absolutely could. And Sheldon's looking to make it far in the tournament this season. Fallon Hansen, 9 points for her, 8 points for Morosky, 2 points for Barkley, 2 for Lauren Miller, 6 from Macy Rainin, 10 from Green Brooks. The superstar Autumn Baumgartner, unbelievable. She's obviously a great outside shooter, a tough shot maker, but that's what really makes her dangerous. When she's knocking down outside shots consistently and coming up with steals for layups, that's when you get the 34-point outburst from her.
They really do. She just came out in that second half, at the start of that third quarter, scoring 9 quick. And then also she hit some threes in that fourth quarter that really brought the lead back up to double digits after Grant did a great job cutting it back to about 3 there in that second half. They're just too little too late for Grant. They weren't able to come back multiple times, and that's what these turnovers will do for you. And coming back once takes so much energy. They weren't able to do it a second time, but credit Sheldon for being able to score almost at will in that second half. They scored 17 points in the third quarter, and then they added on 24 points in that fourth quarter. That is a great scoring output for them. They average just over 60 a game for the entire season, but with 24 points in that fourth quarter, I don't care who you're playing, it's going to be really difficult to beat them.
It certainly is, and unbelievable performance overall after Sheldon struggling in the first round with number 27 Glencoe. The Crimson Tide led the game 60-58 with just over 2 minutes left. Sheldon stormed back and came away, not really stormed back, I mean, they're only down 2, but ended up coming away with a nice victory, scoring the final 7 points of that ball game to win 65-60. Now in the second round, they're tested by the Generals, but ultimately come away with a win, and they'll head to the Childs Center in the quarterfinals in Portland for the second consecutive year, led by Autumn Baumgartner. All right, for Mark Grandy, I'm Chris Clayton, and our cameraman, Jason Humphreys. We'll send it back in the KWVA studios. Another half hour of the Friday Night Spotlight and Sports Talks on the way here on KWVA Eugene 88.1 FM. Yep,